I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome to the Vanderpump Rules after show, guys. How are you all doing today?
Good.
Good. I miss your faces. I miss your faces so much. Let me just start off by saying that. It's so hard not seeing you guys every week, but we are here. We're going to cover this week's episode of Vanderpump Rules. I'm so excited. There's a lot to get into. But first, my name is Rivet Soro. We have Jeroslyn and Jovonn here with us today.
Hi, guys. I missed you guys.
Aw. And we also have Katie Thompson. Stop it, Katie.
I just give you all a hug.
And Jane Johnsen, our resident AfterBuzz TV Vanderpump Rules news.
It's the
Hi,
girls
hotties.
tonight.
Ladies' night.
We're having a ladies' night. Of course, we miss Archie, but you know, once in a while, we got to have just a girls' night, and that's what we're doing right now. Yeah. So we have a lot to get into. Katie and Schwartz got married again for the second time. We'll get into that later. Kristen was not invited, of course. Scheana was invited, but she couldn't go because of she got her eggs. What is it called?
Egg retrieval.
Egg retrieval. Thank you. Thank you. Brett and Dayna are going on double dates with Raquel and James, which is kind of fun, kind of weird. I don't know. And Beau called Stassi's dad to ask for her hand in marriage, which was like really emotional for me.
Super cute.
It was really cute. But, you know, we'll get into all of that. First, I want to know your overall thoughts of this week's episode. Jane, would you like to go first?
Why not? This episode was very fun. It felt like it was one giant infomercial for Lisa Vanderpump's new ventures in Vegas.
Yeah.
But it was very entertaining. I never thought I'd see the day when she zip lines like that. There was a lot of fun activity that happened while they were away. I was slightly less interested in the goings-on at Pig and Whistle on Hollywood Boulevard when Raquel ordered her first cheeseburger she's ever had. Of the cheeseburger with cheese. Like you know.
Why did you need to specify that you needed it with cheese? You ordered the cheeseburger. I laughed out loud.
She's a long way from Veggie Grill. But it was great. It was a good episode overall, entertaining. I liked it.
I thought it was entertaining, but it feels heavily produced and just very like everything is like, okay, so on this episode, y'all are going to Vegas and here's a schedule of what we're doing and please make it entertaining, which I'm fine with. I also like that type of reality television, but I'm missing that like season 1 through 4 vibe.
Right.
It feels different, and I'm okay with it, but it feels a little different. I don't know.
Highly produced.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like when Schwartz lost his marriage certificate again. I was like, and then they showed how he had the certificate, and 97 seconds later it disappeared. I'm just like, come on now. Like
he probably handed it to a producer or something. Like
I hope so. Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's like for me, this was one of the more boring episodes. You know, I'm here for the drama. I'm only here for drama. So there wasn't any drama. They should have invited Kristen, but I do see the build up to drama, which makes me excited. I'm always here for that. But yeah, all like everything you guys said, infomercial for Lisa, a little just too highly produced. And we just need some more drama. More drama.
Yeah. They're going to have to get married a third time at whatever new location Lisa Vanderpump has.
I'm not tuning in.
It's like the teaser for like the next season when they're like, well, we got to get married again. Lisa's like, you know what? I'm starting a place in Europe. Why not?
See, I felt the same way as you guys. Like it was kind of overproduced. But then, because we've been getting some comments every week, like people are saying, watch the after show. Like after the episode, they literally have an after show like we do. And they, you know, sit and talk about the episode. And in the after show, they were saying that Tom Schwartz, he did lose the second marriage certificate, but it's because he was like really drunk. And then plot twist, apparently the first marriage certificate didn't really go through or whatever because Lisa, well, according to Katie, she said that Lisa forgot to like sign a few things on the actual marriage certificate. So it's kind of like Lisa's fault. And I wouldn't have known that unless I watched the after show. So thank you to our fans for suggesting that we do that, because I was like, oh, Like that's some knowledge I didn't know.
That
so
is.
it was kind of
Yeah,
Lisa's
because
fault.
Lisa was blaming them.
Yeah.
Well,
Lisa
it's both
was
of
like, I
them.
can't believe it. I can't believe he lost it. Like,
Well, Lisa didn't lose the marriage certificate. She just forgot to probably sign some parts because it's up to the wife and husband to say, hey, you forgot to do this. But the second time in a row, your husband lost a certificate. That's not on Lisa. That's
It's
on
like
there.
maybe
And
you
I just
don't
didn't
deserve to be
understand.
married.
Well, no, like honestly, I would never give my man any important document to hold. Like every woman knows you do not give important things. Like you hold it. I have his passport.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go. Why would she? After he lost it the first time, she's gonna hand it over, and then he said, "No, don't give it to me." And they're like, "No, you will take it, girl."
Because it was a script. It was scripted. They were like, all right. And then a producer took it and then they kept it safe.
They're going to get married a third time. They're going to get married a third time. That's going to be in like 2 seasons from now. We're going to see them get married again.
No.
So,
Did you notice also when they were like on the podium and they were doing the vows and Schwartz just started like gazing off into the distance, just like, what am I doing here? Like the third time they get married, they're going to have to like bound and gag him just to get him there.
Yeah.
Well, I think he actually really liked it because again, in the after show, he said his first wedding was always his dream wedding and he loved that. Not that when he said dream wedding, I was like, I highly doubt that you have like had a dream wedding in your mind, Schwartz. But anyways, that's what he said. And then he said, but in the back of my head, I always kind of wanted that like Vegas, like Elvis type of wedding. Mm-hmm. So we got the best of both worlds. I'm just cute. Like over here like fantasizing and you guys are like, this was scripted.
One of my issues was when Katie last episode, not a fan of the prank. No pranky. But then Lisa's like, hey, let's prank him. And she's like, oh my God, yes, this is so much fun. I'm like, this seems a little contradicting.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I think those are 2 different like levels of pranks.
But still.
Because I think like the cops is what triggered her.
Which is funny because it's like she should have been more offended by this prank, like on a personal level.
Yes.
It's way closer to home for her
than
being arrested by the cops because we know nothing about that in her prior history. Like for her, she should have been getting PTSD over this whole story.
And it wasn't even her man. Like you got so mad. Like Ariana was mad too, but she didn't get as mad as Katie. Like, come on now.
That's funny. How about Lala and Randall, guys? Lala had some interesting takes. She was like, you're 47, you're too old to be a boyfriend. Is there an age limit where it's like embarrassing to have a boyfriend that's like over a certain age?
Yeah, no. 47.
Girls, you are engaged. You've been with your man for a long time. Is that like a real thing?
Oh yeah. First of all, after a certain amount of time of you guys being together, it's like, all right, what are we doing? And my Mark and I started dating when we were young. So I just gave him leeway because we were young. But Lala is younger than him, but he's still a grown man. And to call a grown man your boyfriend, that's just weird.
Yeah.
But
or even partner. It's like, it just makes it sound weird. It's like you rather either say fiance, husband, or nothing.
What if like they like got divorced, and then they're just getting back out there? Like then what are they supposed to do?
I mean,
that makes sense.
I don't know, like to get divorced and really get back out there at 47 though. Like I would think they would be what he did. But did he really like get back out there? Or did he kind of like get into another relationship?
He like grabbed his checkbook and got a Range Rover. He's like, oh,
who wants to ride on my PJ?
I think it's fine to date over however, whatever your age is, it's fine. I just think probably the word boyfriend, because people in like middle school have boyfriends. So like maybe just the word boy is like what sounds funny, because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, I have a lot of friends whose, parents are single or dating and have like boyfriends or girlfriends, which is totally fine. But I guess maybe Lala was talking about just like the word boyfriend.
Yeah. But I did love that as like a manipulative take to get him to propose. and then now that we're talking about it, it's like, that's probably why she has always from the beginning called him like my man. Right. Because she felt weird about calling him boyfriend. And then she just got to a point where she was like, I'm not calling you boyfriend. and I'm not even gonna call you my man anymore. You're either fiance or you're out,
Yeah,
lock
I
it
agree.
in.
That's a good observation, because she definitely will always be like, my man,
My man.
my man.
So while everybody was in Vegas watching Tom and Katie get married for the second time, Scheana was at home. She had her egg retrieval. I think it went well. I don't know if they really got too deep into that, but I'm
she got
happy
like 9 eggs, and you have to wait to see like if they're viable or not, if you can like impregnate them or put the semen in them or whatever, the stuff that happens inside. I'm not a doctor. Clearly, I'm gonna stop talking about this. Rivet, please continue.
No, I don't know.
Christ.
Do you have any coronavirus advice for us as well?
Just wash your hands and please stay inside.
I only go to
perfect.
Katie Thompson for my expert medical advice.
I go to Katie Thompson for any advice.
Nice.
Oh my God, guys. So what I thought was funny, okay, she, was with Kristen, and Kristen's obviously upset. Tell me if you guys can relate to this, because I am so guilty of this. Some people think it's petty, but I personally do this all the time. Kristen said that, she said, I muted Stassi and who else? Katie and like everybody's stories because I didn't want to like be triggered by that. Do you guys think that's petty? Because I do that all the time.
No,
I
it's
think she was
petty to not do
protecting.
it.
Yeah, she's protect because I mean she seemed very upset. Like she's destroyed by this. So I think that she was just like, I'm gonna protect my heart and not see all of the fun that they're having since I can't be a part of it.
It's important to do that. Like when we haven't yet seen Kristen acknowledge if she has any like anxiety issues or anything like that. But when you know that you do, or you think you do, I think it's good to always be mindful of your triggers. Yeah. And whether it's a friend or a family member or certain things that you can see, it's good to just unfollow a page, unfollow a person, block them if you need to. Like, don't make yourself feel so guilty about that, because you know that you need to protect your energy overall, or it could trigger you to go crazy. And you don't want me to go crazy.
Yeah, and I don't think it came from a place of like, I'm not happy for them. Like, I don't want them to be happy. It's just more like, I'm so emotional. I don't want to see that and be upset because I'm not there.
Totally.
And I wish I was.
Yeah.
Like, I relate to that like so hard because I mute people's stories all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be sad about this, so I'm just not gonna watch it. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
It's petty to unfollow, especially if you're a celeb, because people track that and they publicize it. But to mute is the move.
True.
I don't know, like, what is to mute? Like, you can do that on Instagram?
You mute their stories, or
So it
I think
doesn't
you can
pop
also
up.
mute their posts.
Yeah, so that like if they post an Instagram story, it doesn't pop up top, so that you don't want to go click. But then once I block it, my ass is going straight to that page, so I can still watch it. So
I didn't even know. I got to step up my mute game.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy that no one's made you feel like you need to mute them. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, we have some people in the live chat, so thank you for joining in. Vanessa D says, I know that Kristen has her moments, but the more the season has gone along, I feel bad for her. I've been seeing some of her interviews lately, and I really like her. Oh, I have to agree. I know like a lot of people don't like Kristen, but God, I just feel more and more bad for her every single. But I think it's because like Jeroslyn, like you want the drama, right? Even if she went to the wedding, like I want the drama too, but I don't think she's like looking for drama this season. I think she just like really misses her friends. Woo, that makes me sad. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even, because if we think about the start of it, at the start of this season, it wasn't even that she started drama. They were picking at her about the whole Carter thing. And because they don't like her response, then they decide, we're over Kristen. She's just so, and it's kind of like, if anything, they were looking for a reason to cut Kristen off. And the real witches of WeHo, which is Stassi and Katie. And it's always been that way. Like even from earlier seasons where they would talk about how Stassi and Katie were the ones to rile up the negativity in the bunch and kind of just move things into a dark place. And so when we're seeing that, it's like, I feel like also when we're talking about like this season, they are dry AF. Katie's storyline is null and void. With Stassi, we're just looking forward to this engagement, but at the same time, it's like they're older, they're boring. And so is it like exciting for them to now pick on Kristen to give them something to do and focus on of like, oh my God, I'm so annoyed because Kristen, like, you just need something to think to just explain why you're annoyed. You're just annoyed because you're boring right now.
I've always thought that with Kristen that they push her to the crazy limits that she gets to the point where she's like falling down and traveling, or like she would get really bad anxiety before they would travel, and I feel like it's because of the way that they would treat her. And I feel like the Kristen that we're seeing is not necessarily who she is. It's just like them making her react in these types of way, which is why I've always felt for Kristen. And like, yeah, she has her moments, but I don't think that she deserves to be treated the way that they're doing this. And I mean, I get that like they just don't want to be around her anymore, but I don't understand why now and why this is the reason when there's been so much other stuff in the past that would be an actual reason to stop talking to her. Like you're going to stop talking to her because she won't break up with her boyfriend, but you're not going to stop when she fucks your ex-boyfriend. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
In
Sorry,
another
kids.
room with her
like,
man in another room.
Right.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
Or forget.
That's why I feel like I always am saying like it's not about Carter, it's not about this specific instance, it's about like who she is, and they're just over it at this point because they feel like we're grown now, like we don't need to deal with this, bye and all that stuff. But like at the same time, she is getting this like sob story edit this season, and like I find myself really feeling for her because like when you lose a friend, it's like you're grieving anything. It's like you're losing a loved one in your life, and they've been so close. Like she introduced Stassi and Beau, so that's like to not be invited to their wedding is like such a huge loss. But then like at the same time, she was on one of those after shows and literally like went off, and that's why like Stassi and Kristen got in that huge Twitter war because she was like, "You're gonna be washed up and be nothing after 40, like you're just going to be an old person with a pop culture podcast like no one wants to listen to."
But that's
You're
what
gonna
I'm
fall
talking
down,
about.
you know,
like that is the like her reaction
they're
from all of
pushing-
this. Yeah. Like that, because she's reacting to how they're treating her. So she's like, "Ah," and like,
Yeah,
I get it.
I would have had, if it was me, I would have already texted Katie like, bitch, you're not gonna invite me to your wedding and I was your friend. I would have cursed her out just because it's like, you're so hurt. So she took the high road. So if she's letting it come out in after shows and interviews, so be it, you know?
Yeah, I think she's been pushed to that point as well. But God, it's just so sad. Before we move on to our next topic, we have to thank the fans for making AfterBuzz the ESPN of TV talk. We could not do this without you. Thank you for tuning in and being so active in the comments and in the live chat each and every week. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. You can turn off the notifications if they get annoying. But wherever you are, don't forget to get involved in the conversation. And if you are on iTunes listening, give us 5 stars, leave us a rating. No new ratings today, but we got a lot of nice comments. So thank you for that. But it would be nice to get like a rating next week, maybe, if you feel like it. So, we're just going to move on for now.
Rivet is so cute. Sidebar, Rivet did a TikTok with her dad. That is like my favorite.
Oh my God, you
TikTok.
did? Oh my God, I have to go watch it immediately after this. I cannot wait.
Yes.
Thank you for the plug. I love you. My dad is something else. Okay, we have to talk about Brett and Dayna. Seems like, they're going on a double date with like James and Raquel.
Yeah.
I know it was like a cute little fun moment and the cheeseburger. It was just weird to me though. And then Brett was talking about Lisa, like, and Dayna was just sitting there like eating, and it was just like, it was bizarre. What did you guys think of that whole scene? I don't know.
Like he's like, "Do you remember me kissing you?" And then she says like what she says, and then he's just like, "Oh, I wasn't even trying to have sex with you. I was trying to have sex with Lisa." That's what I want to hear on a date. Thanks, sweetie.
I just don't understand why they were on a double date. Like, did Brett and Dayna establish something aside from that cake kiss? I didn't really see much established there to them taking double dates with like coworkers. I'm confused.
Producers were probably like, "Hey,
do something," because this Vegas wedding is not gonna cut it for the whole episode. We need some more action.
Yeah, I mean, they're forcing Dayna into these relationships to keep her relevant and to keep the guys relevant, because otherwise Max or Brett would both be kicked off because of their tweets, like whatever. Anyway, It felt very forced to me for multiple reasons, because like Raquel and James are established, and Brett and Dayna have eaten tacos one time, and now they're all on a double date out of nowhere. And the jokes felt forced to me too, because I'm like, I've never heard of, what is it, a fat pussy meaning that she's hot?
Yeah,
Have
me
you guys
neither.
ever?
I
No.
don't want anybody
That's
to
not a
describe
term.
my pussy as fat. That isn't what I want.
But right, that's
You
not.
can say it's
She
fat.
was like,
I don't want to take the conversation there, but
she was educating
In another
everybody
way.
about what fat pussy means, and I was like, I don't think that's what it means.
oh my God, they're gonna
Phrase
tear us
before?
apart in the comments right now. They're gonna tear us apart for this.
And I've
Well,
heard
if you're
that
commenting
said
while you're
before.
there, can you tell me what fat pussy means? Because I don't think it means you're hot. Anyway,
That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if I want that, because to me it doesn't sound like it's a great compliment for my said pussy. But if it is, then I will accept it. I love a compliment down there. I'll take it.
I don't know. Just some of
Supposed
her
to be
jokes
the
are really
equivalent
lost on
of
me.
BDE for guys, like big dick energy.
Right.
Can we
That's
make it
what they
cuter
said
then?
in the after show. I
Then-
know, I can't
then
even say
fat.
the word like
What?
like it's just like weird. It's like, whoa!
Oh my God, I love Rivet.
You know what else was super forced was the
The fact
Scheana.
that they were at Pig and Whistle.
No, the Scheana
where
lookalike
they
who he
were?
slept with
Oh, right.
in bed, and then the FaceTime. I was like, "What is?" He's like, and
That
she's
was
like,
weird.
"Oh, who is that in bed?" It's like I'm cringing at this. This is the worst. Her like hand is out of the sheet, and then she like comes out of it, and she's like got her necklace on, and her
Oh,
makeup's a little
yeah.
smeared. Like, did they really even smash or not? I don't even know if I believe it.
I think so.
I don't.
That was
it
a storyline.
So
She was a plant.
Forced on forced. And while we're on Scheana doppelgangers, because this has been bothering me for so long, and in the meantime, I wasn't on the Vanderpump after show to say, but Charlie calling her twins Tia and Tamara,
Yeah.
you're not the first person to say that.
You're not original.
It's a Doja Cat song, and everybody's walking around the Bravo-verse touting how like Charlie's so clever because she called her twins Tia and Tamara, and it's like, that's a like what 2017 Doja Cat song, and it's
I'm
better
really
than
happy that
anything
you said
Charlie
that.
said on Vanderpump Rules. It's her most clever moment on the whole show, and she
It's
didn't
her
even come
only
up with
moment.
it.
It's literally her only moment.
Why is that so clever? Like, I could call mine the Olsen twins. Like, it's not that hard to come up
Honestly,
with a
you
pair of
should.
twins for your bobs. Like,
That's you could call it. It
Jane,
takes
didn't
two.
you tweet about this?
I think I texted you guys about it because I've been so mad. I've said it
No,
multiple times in text.
you're so pissed about it. You just have to keep
I'm really
rage
happy you
texting
got it
like
off your
Katie.
chest.
I had to get it out, you know. I don't think my
Spreading the
Vanderpump
good
News
word.
Daily is the right spot for it, and this felt right, and I had to take the opportunity because
You-
it's made
you
me
did it.
so
We
mad.
accept.
Good, because I didn't know that was a Doja Cat song. So without you, I wouldn't have known that, and you probably educated a bunch of people that are watching. So thank you.
And now I have
Giving
Say So
credit
stuck
where
in my
credit's
head.
due.
All right, guys. Also, seems like James is on his sober journey, which is great and amazing. Raquel is like really turned on by him being sober, and I think it's really cute.
I
She
love
like
how
loves her man.
how she like corrected herself when she was like, it's not that it wasn't good, it's just that his dick works now. Like, basically, when she's like, it's not a game of like, is it gonna work or is it not? And you know what? Whiskey dick is a real thing, girl. So I feel ya.
Yeah,
Yeah, I loved that moment. It was so cute.
It was.
it really was.
I like every episode. I'm loving Raquel more and more and more and more, and them together. I'm so like, he better not fuck this up.
Me too. I feel the same way about Beau, who I've loved from the start, but I just like keep loving him even more. Did you see how nervous he was calling Stassi's father on the phone? He's like, he's intimidating. So, like in his confessional, it was so cute, guys.
Yeah,
I do feel though that he should have FaceTimed him. Is that in the
he
moment
was
I was like,
scared.
maybe a FaceTime? I
I think
don't
that's
know.
really intimidating.
I don't know. I just felt like this is a moment. Like, if you can't do it in person, look the man in the eye. Like, that's
Well,
something
I
my
like
dad
that-
would say.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's like super facts.
My
I just
dad
like that
would
they
be like,
showed the name because her dad has the same name as my fiance. And I was like, oh, that's cute.
Oh,
I know, it was like super weird. The same exact name. Because it's so
That is
basic.
cute.
You're
That is
dating
cute.
Stassi's dad. How great.
I'm pretty much dating Stassi's
That's
dad,
the
so.
news.
He's a boss. So good for you, girl.
Yeah.
but wasn't Stassi's dad so funny? Because he took
Yeah.
probably 5 minutes unedited to get to the fact that he was ultimately okay with them being engaged. He was like,
He was like,
"Whoa."
you're cute. Yeah, you guys are cute together. Yeah, I think you should get married. Yeah.
At the
And
start,
then-
I
and
wasn't
then
he
he
sure.
said-
said how bad of a partner Stassi would be.
He
Like,
said, I
her
can't guarantee
parents-
she'll be a good wife.
Yeah.
Her parents keep just ripping her apart when it comes to how she's going to be in a relationship. But I mean, we have seen her be a little, so.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
happens.
We've seen it.
Any last thoughts before we get into our pumptini, guys?
No.
No?
Got the drama. It's getting boring.
I know. We need it. We need to speed it up. I agree. All right. So who wants to give their pumptini out first?
I'm giving my
Katie?
pumptini to
Jeroslyn.
Kristen. I know somebody's gonna say it, but seriously, I feel bad for homegirl, and I would really like to just sit down with her and kind of give her some anxiety exercises that I do, and just help her hone into her inner bad bitch, because we all have one. And as once she does that, she'll be like, screw anybody who doesn't want to be my friend, and it'll have them come scouring back, because to me, like, that's the kind of people Stassi and Katie are. Like, and when you don't give them attention, then they'll probably want your attention.
Me with boys. Okay. Katie, would you like to go next?
I would love to. I'm not only going to give it to Lisa Vanderpump, but also to her fat pussy. I believe that it also deserves a pumptini. So cheers to you and that fat pee, babe. At it.
And her bra, which apparently
Yes!
smells weird.
What? Like, this episode was so random. I just don't understand. No drama and mad random. Like, why?
Mad
was.
random.
A lot of little weird scenes.
Yeah. Shout out to our segment producers this episode. But I'm going to give my pumptini to the Charlie doppelganger with the weird, the Scheana doppelganger with the weird name that started with a K. I don't know what it was. I think she was either trying to be on the Kardashians or on Vanderpump Rules. And she successfully made her way on one of them. But I am proud of this girl because she's not even in LA. She applied to a Lisa Vanderpump establishment and she seized that opportunity.
That's right,
she
girl.
Did not let it go.
She did.
She got on the show. She got her stage time with Lisa right in front of the camera. She banged Max and she got the afterwards close up. So
Yeah.
I think we'll see her again. I
do too. Yeah.
Because isn't that how they like started to sprinkle Scheana in? She banged the Real Housewives husband, and then she made her way to Vanderpump. So shout out to Scheana with a K.
Yeah.
You know what? We might need to bring her on here, guys.
Right.
Yes.
Let's get it out.
Yes.
Get to it
All
now
right.
while we can.
I know. My pumptini goes to Beau just because I'm such a romantic. And I love that he's like planning this proposal. Meanwhile, Stassi's like just being so annoying and he's being like so good about it. And yeah, I just love Beau. All right. And it's time for some news, Jeroslyn.
Yes, I got a lot of tea for you guys today. That's our...
Yeah.
So the first story, we have Jackson Brittany pretty much shutting down if they're going to do a virtual reunion show. They want no parts. Jack says he would be he said he would be frustrated because I have a lot to say. As for Brittany, she's made a really good point saying, I feel like we wouldn't be able to get out what we have to say because, you know, so many people get angry and they leave set. So if you're on a Zoom, all you have to do is click leave meeting. So, I agree with Brittany, and let's just hope this ends sooner. They figure out some social distancing ways to just kind of bring them together and just have them sitting 6 feet apart, and let's get this reunion popping because we need this reunion.
We do.
Yes. Next on the list, we have our girl Lala. She recently did an interview with People where she admitted that she has desires of wanting to be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Yep. We know that.
We love it.
We know that she's preparing to walk down the aisle with Randall soon. And, you know, she would be a great runner because wasn't his ex-wife or something involved or something. I don't know. His ex-wife wasn't on the show.
She was on You.
I'm getting mixed. Yeah, she was on You. I'm getting mixed up with the husband that Scheana slept with. But
yes.
I know.
I think she would be a good addition. And they did ask her like if she wants to be in like any of Randall's movies, to which she admitted she tried to be in one of his recent movies, but he gave the part to an actual renowned actress, Megan Fox.
Oops.
Sorry, Lala. Better luck next time. And our last story we have is Danica versus Stassi on Twitter in the past couple of days. Stassi recently, you know, it seemed like a joke. She said, "I'm willing to go back to waitressing at Sir for this quarantine to be over. Honestly, at this point, I'd pay to put on that Sir dress and clock in." To which Danica replied, "While Tom and Tom are raising money for their employees, you're kind of insulting this pandemic that has left everyone at Sir having to file for unemployment. Everyone at Sir is struggling while you're insensitively cracking jokes and sitting pretty in your new house, SMH." Sounds a little like some hate, but at the same time, you know, I get what Danica's saying. People are unemployment. Raquel, going into this next story, Raquel is also on unemployment. She's been recently getting flagged. People are asking her for money on Instagram, and she's letting them know that she has no money. She's actually on unemployment because, like Danica just said, all the servers at Lisa's restaurant had to file for unemployment because the restaurants are closed. So yeah, that's our news and gossip. And
that's a lot of tea. I'm like
Juicy
trying to take it
goss.
all in.
Yeah, you're like taking it all in. But anybody who's on unemployment, just stay faithful. We're gonna get through this. Keep yourself active. Invest in your hobbies right now is the time. That's what I'm doing. I just purchased the online store today. Yes. Invest in yourself, invest in your time, and just don't focus on the negative.
I love that.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, guys, time for some quick predictions before we wrap up. Katie, you will not go first. I know you.
No, I can. I paid attention. Let me go first.
Oh my God.
I predict that we are going to get some freaking James and Lala music, and I am so excited, you guys. I will be on the freeway. I'll be going real fast, and I throw on my Vanderpump playlist, and there's a lot of James and Lala on there, so stoked for that. And we better see this damn engagement soon. I'm sick of the whole thing with these seasons, or this season, is like everything is like a 7-episode lead up, and I'm just like, let's do it.
True.
My prediction is that Kristen is gonna stir up some drama, and I'm gonna be here for it. Because this season is dry and we need drama. And Kristen's pretty much the only one to bring it. And Scheana, and maybe Scheana with a K, and she can remake, what is it? Sweet as Silver, which I thought
that was
Sweet as Silver. That was great.
Funny. That was funny. I love it. Jane?
I think that Dayna and Brett are going to bone. And then Max and Brett are gonna get in a fight over Dayna, like a visual fight that we have to somehow,
like that throwback Jax fight. I want to see that.
I think they're gonna duke it out.
I love it.
Yes,
I think that they will bone, but I don't think Brett's really gonna be into Dayna. I think he's gonna hurt her, and I also think that it says Lisa was encouraging Beau to invite Kristen somewhere, and then Stassi gets mad. I don't know what that's about. Maybe the proposal. Actually, no. Stassi doesn't know about the proposal. But
he pops out of the mausoleum.
So yeah, we're gonna get some drama, which I'm excited about. Hopefully it comes next week. But we do have to wrap up. We're running out of time, guys. I'm so sad. I could talk about this all day. We all could. But you'll have to wait for next week. Quick shout outs: Victoria Items, Vanessa D, Billy Branch in the live chat. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next week. You can find me at Soro on all social media platforms, especially TikTok. You know the drill. Jeroslyn, where can we find you?
At Jeroslyn Diva, Jeroslyn Diva, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Yeah.
All of it.
Yay. Jane Johnsen, JOHNSEN _ on Instagram, Twitter. TikTok, all the stuff. Come find me.
And I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You can
It's your
find
turn,
me
girl.
everywhere at Little Baby Kate's, and make sure to check out my podcast, See You Next Tuesday, which Jane was on this week. So go and listen to us. There's technical difficulties at first, but just you get past it. It's fine.
Get through it. It's good stuff, guys.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or